going on, Legion? As really like always, we got the girl in the spider's web. This is very short, really quick. Let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good.
Are you not Lisbeth Salander? The girl who hurts men, who hurt women?
Lisbeth is a bit of a vigilante. Justice is not something that she thinks has ever served. She, for a long time, had something to fight against.
Female born.
You sort of find her in this film pretty lost.
Oh, I'm down.
Knows that she's not accepted by society and she doesn't care.
Lisbeth,
They're hunting me.
who are they?
That's what I want to know. She's stronger than she looks and she doesn't play by the rules.
Why are you?
You should ask yourself that question.
Okay, well, that was a little interesting. Did it say that it was the makers of it?
Are you not Lisbeth Salander? The girl who hurts men, who hurt women?
Oh, so it's like a continuation. Got it. That's cool. I never saw the girl with the dragon tattoo. I think this is a continuation. If it is, cool, and I'll check those both out. This looks interesting. We had, of course, I'm of course a huge Bourne fan, and I love the action dark world that those movies kind of created. This very much looks like something like that. Atomic Blonde, it like had a permanent blue filter throughout that movie, so it was always a very bleak outlook, but it was also a badass woman. I can't wait to see what kind of just destruction she just brings. It's going to be cool, and it's going to be interesting. I'm pretty excited. Not a whole lot to go in here. She looked like a badass. She looked like she was kicking ass. It is a little kind of crazy sometimes when you have female badass characters fighting people like twice her size. You know, I'm sure if you train to be a badass, no matter what your gender is or what, however tall or strong you are, you can be a badass. But sometimes things just don't always work out that way. So it's kind of cool to see like gadgets and, you know, she's not just going to go up there and just Bruce Lee these guys. She's going to fucking start shooting people, or she's going to string them up. You know, she's going for people that aren't going to, you know, the Mr. Universe or something like that, where she's just, you know, and all of a sudden he can't breathe or something, right? It's going to be something hopefully more thought out. You know, and that's the same with any male character too. When there's a male character fighting this big dude and you're like, yeah, I don't care how many times you hit him with that bat. Your arms are about as big as this. You know, and this dude has muscles on top of his muscles that touch the side of his head. And your bat, your taser, you know, you're punching him, it's not going to matter, right? And so it doesn't really matter. It's not women versus men or anything like that. It's just smaller versus bigger. And I always want creative writing to kind of make these situations more believable. Come up from behind this dude, whack him in the head with a bat or your gun, you point blank him, you little freaking rabbit trap made out of metal cable, just zip, puts him up. Maybe beat the shit out of some people that aren't like the next, you know, Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible badass, right? You're going after what look like just shitty people, not professional assassins. And those movies get kind of crazy when it's this little freaking I can't think of the name. I just mentioned the Ultraviolet or the other one that Charlize Theron was in. I don't know if that was Ultraviolet or not. But you have these like just skinny women fighting thousands of other trained assassins that vary from men to women. And you're like, okay, I get it's a movie, right? It's like an anime. It's just the person's just super badass. But when it's like a gritty movie like this, that doesn't seem like it's really real. So matching that stuff up is always fun. You can't have this little small dude he is not Goku. So this little dude is beating up this huge guy, or this woman's taking on like 8 dudes just kicking all their asses. It doesn't really work that way. And this looks like it's just going to be a real gritty kind of, in reality, right? She's a badass and does it how anybody with any kind of height or strength would do it. So I'm pretty excited to see. This is a very weird. I always get very critical about movies that just take liberties with things and just go, she's or he's a badass and they can just do all of this. And that always bothers me. So hopefully this doesn't suffer from that problem. With that, I'm going to stop rambling. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Later.